Hello, my name is Richard Branson, and we're on a mission to save the oceans.
We came from the ocean. We're all part of the same ecosystem. But humanity itself has become the ocean's biggest threat. Pollution, overfishing, extinction. We all know the problems. Now it's time for the solutions. In this series, we follow the work of Greenpeace, the Marine Stewardship Council, and the Worldwide Fund for Nature, all fighting to save the ocean. This is about people who try to make a difference.
So, welcome to Necker Island. It's my home. It's also my favorite place on Earth, and maybe one of the most beautiful places on Earth. Well, this here is Turtle Beach, and here we've been lucky enough to see precious marine turtles nest and hatch many times. Nature, I think, never stops amazing me. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a founder of, I don't know, some 400 companies. And I'm a member, most importantly, of a senior advisory group called the Ocean Elders. And when I was young, I read Jules Verne's book, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. It helped inspire my love for the ocean. Well, from dry land, the ocean might look enormous and unchangeable, but beneath the surface, change is happening faster than we can imagine. For too many species are on the brink of extinction. And we just cannot stand by and let this happen. This is the time for action.
My own feelings about the Atlantic bluefin tuna, it's such a unique species and there is still so little known about it that for me it would be so sad to lose it. It can reach up to 4 meters length, and it's one of the biggest fish that we can find in the sea. It's on the top of the food chain, and if we were going to lose it, it would really affect the whole food chain. We cannot just do nothing about it. We have to do something about it.
Today we are just leaving the port of Pollenza. We are 8 different boats, and the idea is to just go out and try to tag as many tunas as we can. And all this is done in collaboration with recreational fishermen who are responsible, and they are very committed to trying to save the bluefin tuna.
So I'm here just setting up the tags. So basically what I'm doing is programming them so once we put them on the tuna, and they will release after 250 days. So the idea is that for these 250 days, this tag is going to be recording temperature, light, and depth. The more information we can get about the tuna, then the better we can manage it. It's not easy to catch a tuna. We really don't know what's gonna happen because you go out, you're just hoping for the best, but you really never know. A lot of times you get out, you can be out at sea for the whole day and come back at port and you haven't even seen one tuna. You just go out, you wait, and then if you're lucky, then you get a strike.
Gracias, gracias, gracias. ¡Ney! Arctic en combate, venga, rápido. Okay, go, 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 go. Quick.
So we've just heard that a boat got a fish. They're fighting right now, so I just took all my gear out. We're getting ready to just, jump on the other boat and try to get and tag the fish. Okay. The most challenging part of the tagging, I would say, is the preparation, because the whole process will last less than 2 minutes. Wow! Did you see it?
La más petito que si no, no arribaré.
Gracias.
The Atlantic bluefin tuna is endangered because of us. Tuna sushi is delicious, but our demand for tuna has decreased the Eastern Atlantic bluefin population by 60% over 10 years. Our lifestyle is a threat to many more inhabitants of the ocean, and we're all connected in an ingenious and delicate system. If species are erased, our planet becomes even more fragile. Is that what we want for the next generation?
The ocean is amazing. It has this unending capacity to feed, to protect, to climatize, and in reality, to harmonize all biological activities occurring on this planet. If one knows only a small part of what the ocean does for us, I think everyone would fall in love and completely respect this large body of water that we have on this planet. But we need to take action now. We know that our practices are damaging our biodiversity. Our turtles are drowning. Our tunas are being overfished. If we don't take action now, we are going to pay the price later. The majority of Surinamese have never seen a sea turtle. Most would recognize sea turtles simply from books, pictures, posters. The only time that a sea turtle is visible within the region is during the nesting season, and only when the turtle comes onto the beach to nest. We have a camp on the main nesting beach at Matapika, and from this camp we do our research on the beach, which is primarily counting nests, tagging turtles, collecting beach profiles and temperature data. Tired. Oh, the swamp gets longer and longer. Oh. Robin, how are you doing? The leatherbacks have been classified as being critically endangered internationally. Several populations have either completely disappeared or have drastically declined in the last few decades. Once we know that all the hatchlings that can emerge have emerged, yes, I want you guys to dig up the nest, yes, so that we can see what was left behind, so we can get hatching success. We like to say based on 20 nests, you know? Okay. You're such great little troopers.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. One of the biggest threats is exploitation. The harvesting of the eggs and the harvesting of adults, either by the slaughtering of turtles when they come on the beach to nest, or by deliberate targeted fisheries. Another big problem that we face is bycatch, accidental capture. Despite the fact that it is accidental, it is significant to the point where we are losing turtles at the adult stage. And considering that it takes a long time to grow from egg to adult, we think it may be 25 to 35 years, and it's just 1 out of 1,000. So if that 1 out of 1,000 is then caught and killed in a fish net, that's a real tragedy. All right, so I see we have some tracks. Time for us to head out. This is the perfect time. With some luck, we can get some turtles. So tonight, we want to really capture the last few turtles. So we're going to do east and west. So we're just going to split up. Hey, there's a track of the green turtle. I think she started nesting.
That's 105. Okay.
We are first going to check to see what stage she's at. She's laying their eggs in the chamber. So at this time is the best time. Yes. We try to get a curved carapace length. We have someone recording.
It was 111. 111.
So I'm stooping now in the body pit of the green turtle. The green and the leatherbacks are the 2 species that are most abundant in Suriname. We wait until they are actually laying the eggs, and then we try to get some information on the turtle, and we tag the turtle. Okay, so 1 tag is in. When marine turtles are laying their eggs, they are almost in a trance, and very little can disturb them. There's a second tag. So right now, she's finished nesting, and then she'll begin to close the egg chamber. She's out of the trance, but she's now busy, you know, laid my babies, I'm gonna finish the job.
One in 1,000. Scientists estimate that only 1 in 1,000 hatchlings results in an adult leatherback turtle. 1 in 1,000 that then can go on and reproduce. It is important to protect every single individual. Protect them from nets that trap and drown them, and from plastic bags that are mistaken for their favorite food, jellyfish. The survival of the leatherback is fragile, just like the ecosystem itself.
It's really not that easy to catch a tuna.
En 3 minutos, 5 minutos, que me lo digan para...
Even if you catch it, you're not certain that you're going to be able to get it on board because a lot of times they break the line.
Siempre por la línea.
¡Adelante! ¡Adelante!
Once the fish is on board, the first thing we have to do is just to cover its eyes. It really relaxes the fish. So once it's relaxed, we put some water in the mouth so it can carry on breathing. Then we cut a little piece of the fin to do future DNA analysis. Once all this is done, then we start tagging it. Philippe, can you measure the length? Can you measure the length?
¿Cuánto?
135.
Okay.
Venga, agua.
Ya está, ya está.
Al agua, al agua.
Sí, sí, sí.
Al agua, 3 minutos.
Maybe from outside it can look a bit dramatic in the sense that we just deployed a tag with 2 applicators, but really if you see the tuna, you know, with the cloth on the eyes and the water in the mouth, you can see that it doesn't even move. It's okay. I mean, if it's done properly, you know, it should be okay.
Venga. Ya está, ya está. Es que no entraba.
Vale, no me guiaré de peixes.
The data that we are getting back from the tags, by analyzing it, what we can do then is better manage it in the sense that we can maybe reduce total catches in a certain area or in a certain period of time. There are things that we can do by obviously knowing much better the species. The most striking result that we have obtained so far is the fact that from all the tunas that we have tagged inside the Mediterranean, none of the tunas have left the Mediterranean Sea. And that's a very outstanding result because, you know, up until very recently, everyone thought that tunas were coming from the Atlantic into the Mediterranean to reproduce and then leave again. So everyone was thinking that that was the migration that they were all doing. And what we are finding is that this is not the case, that probably there is a high volume of tunas that actually stay in the Western Mediterranean, and that's a very important result. It's been a great day. I mean, the maximum we had ever been tagging, it was 3 tunas in a day, and this is exactly what we did today. So, yeah, very successful day. Very happy. Yeah. The bluefin tuna in the Mediterranean, until like very recently, it was really on the verge of extinction. So a lot of work was done behind this species, and this has at last seemed to pay off in the sense that this year it seems that it has started to recover at last again. But the extent of recovery we still don't know. What I'm really hoping for the bluefin tuna in the future is that it recovers, it fully recovers at the end. That's really what I dream of.
Well, despite the challenges ahead and the situation being alarming, Gemma is still hopeful. A true inspiration, showing us that it's possible to turn the tide. We should never stop pushing for solutions. At Ocean Elders, our aim is to keep ocean issues in the spotlight and to influence world leaders to make the right decisions.
Meet 3 of the world's most renowned experts on the subject.
It's life. No ocean, no life. If you protect the ocean, you protect yourself. I mean, to me, I'm totally connected to the ocean. I don't look at the ocean as just water. I look at the ocean as life.
We have to pick our targets carefully. I think one of the things looking at now is the development of marine protected areas, the special nature reserves where animals could go hide and reproduce and then be protected from outside intervention.
We could burn through the assets through the rest of the next few decades and have a great good time, a big party. Who cares about the next generation? Well, curiously, people do care. I care. I have children. I have 4 grandsons. And I do care that their planet works as well as the planet has worked for me.
I am going on to New Amsterdam, which is an area very close to this beach, and I'm hoping to meet with some gillnet fishermen to look at solutions to the bycatch problem. We have here the turtles that were deployed from Matapica. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 that have started migrating. When you're fishing, these turtles have to bypass all the fishing in Guyana, all the fishing in Suriname. One of the things that we need to do is to get the fishermen to understand the complexities of bycatch. For them, all they know is that they catch the turtle in their nets and they wish the turtles would not swim into their nets. But marine turtles are reptiles. They're not fish. They have lungs. They don't have gills, which means that they cannot breathe underwater. They need to surface in order for them to get air so that they can sustain life.
You can't accuse us.
No, I'm not accusing. No. You know, we're not accusing, we're brainstorming. We're like, what happened, you know? We've done the satellite tagging so that we can identify hotspots where most of the turtles are aggregating. And now we need to show the fishermen this and see if we can encourage them to fish elsewhere. The tracks show that they spend most of their time in front of Matapika Beach.
Yes, I think we should hurry because she has neither eggs already. Will you write? Yeah, yes. Okay. What's the land?
In the Pacific, the populations of leatherbacks are considered to be no longer viable. This means that we have to ensure that the populations that exist, and especially in the Guyanas, which is believed to host the biggest, the healthiest population, that whatever threats they face, we have to regulate, we have to control. Because if we do not, we are looking at a real possibility that leatherback populations would decline as they have done in the Pacific to the points where they will no longer be viable. And then that really means the end of leatherbacks globally in the world.